Oh, hello everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. This is Fierce's Bard, and yeah, I'm back. Sort of. For a bit. It's been a minute since I've streamed, so I'm just kinda like getting back into things. Into the swing of things, and yeah, I got a scribble in front of me. Today we're gonna try to turn this scribble into an actual fan art. But yeah, it's been a minute since I've been on, so like I'm not gonna waste too much time here. I'm just gonna kind of get into it. But yeah, how are you guys all doing? Hopefully you guys are all good. um a lot happened, a lot has happened these past few weeks, so that's why I haven't been actually streaming all that much, because I've been a little bit busy with the holidays. And then what was it? I got a little sick like a week or two ago and stuff like that. So there was a lot of stuff happening that was kind of like keeping me away from arting and away from drawing. So today I just kind of wanted to do this artwork that's been stuck in my head for a while. And like I just feel like I need to do it because I actually really like watching the show. And on top of that, like, it's something easy for me to kind of like dig my teeth into. Fish, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. Fly, fly, sky, dry. Yeah. You know? We're trying something a little newer today. We're trying something a little new. It might not actually be the newest thing ever, but like we're gonna try to do this. Failed my art project. What? I have only 10 out of 12 images for what? Oh, what happened with your art project? And you know what? You know what, Fish? I will say this. No art project is truly a failure. No art project is truly a failure. Like everybody does like little projects for themselves and stuff like that, and then it's all about what you got out of it. And you got 10 images out of it, even though your goal was 12, right? So it's like, that's not really a failure. In a lot of ways, you still got something really good done. So yeah, I will attempt to finish the other two. That's the way that you have to approach it, right? Even if you feel like you didn't quite make your goal, it's okay, because sometimes little things like that happen, and then you just kind of roll with the punches, right? But yeah, other than that, are you doing well? Hopefully you're having a great start to the new year and stuff like that. I hope everybody's having a great start to the new year. Like I know it's been a minute since I've been on, so I'm like I'm trying to get myself all caught up right now and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to do something that's like easy for my brain, and I'll be able to finish relatively quickly, and like lately I've been watching this a lot. This is actually a show that Mooney introduced to me. I wasn't the one that discovered this. And like ever since I saw it didn't quite click with me like when I saw the first episode of this, but then like as I kept watching it, it just kept like getting better and better, and I will say that it grew on me like quite a bit. So I really like this show now. To the point where I actually bought some stuff from the merch store, the amazing digital Circus merch store, to support the artists that are creating this show. So yeah, it's a blast. Oh no, Miss. Yeah, hello and happy new year to you too. How's everything? There's so many circles. Haven't watched more since the first episode. I should sometimes, it's not a bad show. It's not a bad show, I think the more you watch of the show, the more like it grows. Like the show grows, and there's a lot of layers to the story. So like it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting in that way. Um, oh, busy? Yeah, is busy for you? I mean, busy is good, you know. Like busy is always good, right? It's not like especially at work and stuff like that, right? Like busy is always a good sign, right? Because otherwise, um, you'd be in a little bit a spot of trouble there if it wasn't. But yeah, yeah, like that first episode is pretty rough, right? Like I will say that for me it was pretty rough. I wasn't sold on the concept until I saw the third episode of this show and stuff like that. And ever since I've been really into it because again, it's the type of show that's like it's got layers to it, right? Like the more you poke into the lore and the more that you dive into the the possibilities of what's going on with this show, like the more you get out of it. And I feel like that's the fun part about this show is that like there's a lot going on in the background and stuff like that. And like there's like a subreddit where everybody's talking about the different theories on what's going on with all the characters here and stuff like that. There's like all sorts of crazy theories going on behind what the circus actually is and how everybody got there and stuff like that. It's really interesting if you dive into that stuff. And like if you guys want a rabbit hole to fall into, that is certainly one that you can fall very far into, I will say. Oh, what show? This is the Amazing Digital The Amazing Digital Circus, okay? It's an animated series that you can watch on YouTube and also on something like Netflix if you have it. It's actually made by Gooseworks and produced by Glitch Productions. They do a lot of different kinds of non like big company animations and stuff like that. Like they do a whole lot of interesting animations for the interwebs and stuff like that. And I would highly encourage anybody that has access to this show to see it. It's kind of a psychological drama, but it with a facade of a dark comedy on top of it and stuff like that. And it takes them a very long time to make each episode. For sure. Like each episode is like an intense layer of love for each of the creators, I would imagine. But once they get it out, it's kind of amazing, And I'm trying to match the energy of the characters and how they're displayed, like they're kind of shown in the show, right? Like I know I did these circles like a little bit of yeah, making circles is hard. Once I finish my art project and moving, I have a fantasy themed desire to pursue, and fair, I like the designs, just kind of zoned out because it's hard to focus on so much all at once. Just had a rough year. Oh, but you know what? Yeah, 2025 was interesting, right? I think we're all ending off on a very interesting note, especially if you live in Freedom Land and stuff like that. And I would say that you hope for better in 2026, right? Like I hope everybody's doing well per usual and stuff like that. And like hopefully things go good for you guys this year if you didn't have such a great last year. It's nice to hear that you're well. Okay, I don't know the situation or anything like that, but like I hope your move goes well and stuff like that, right? Like I hope everything goes well with that. And wonky landlord shenanigans. Oh, yeah, it's like landlording is hard. Not hard for the landlord themselves. I can't like comment too much on that front, but I can say that like having your own place to stay and live is a tough thing, right? Like we all have to deal with some level of that. I'm lucky that I've got a situation with Mooney where it's like much more favorable to us and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that everybody else can have that as well. But yeah, other than that, like how was your guys' end of 2025? Did anything exciting happen for you guys during the holidays and stuff like that? Is it all Gucci, as the young kids say, as the young as the youngins all proclaim? Is it all Gucci? And yeah, like again, I wanted to get back into arting by doing something a little bit simpler that that not only was I interested in, but also to get my creative juices flowing, because like admittedly I haven't actually been drawing throughout the holidays, right? Like I've actually kind of took a bit of a break from like just everything, like art, streaming, and like I did a little bit of gaming to catch up on stuff that like I haven't been doing. So I got back into playing Monster Hunter a little bit and stuff like that, and it was just like I feel like this was the break that I needed. I think it wasn't necessarily that I was burnt out on art or anything like that. It was more that I was like burnt out on everything else, right? So I get what you guys say when you guys mention like it was kind of rough, like it was kind of rough 2025, right? Like I do get that, right? Let's see. Finished that last drawing of 10. It took 3 months. I just finished in time, then drew the space alien that day. Was there a theme to all the stuff that you were drawing? Like, or were you doing it to a specific like project that had like a theme or like a subject matter and stuff like that, if you don't mind me asking? It was quiet for me. The Steam sale got me. Oh yeah, I was actually able to get a lot of stuff on the Steam sale. Well, not me in particular, but like some people gifted me certain things on the Steam sale that I was very appreciative of. And actually, like if I wanted to do like a gaming stream, right? I have plenty of stuff right now, like on the docket that I could do with my with gaming, but like it doesn't help that I have so much stuff to catch up on in terms of gaming. Like like I should really finish playing the Atelier series that I have. Like I really should. I've been saying it forever and stuff like that, and like I haven't, but I really should. And then on top of that, I've got like I got Final Fantasy 16 again somehow on Steam this time instead of on PlayStation, as well as Stellar Blade. I should really finish Stellar Blade, right? It's one of my favorite games actually, like that I have, but like I haven't been playing it on the PlayStation version because I don't have my capture card with me. I might have to borrow Mooney's capture card to do the PlayStation version, or I should just migrate over to the Steam version, because the PC version actually is an amazing port. It runs so good. Like it even runs really good on this system that I'm using to draw on. And this is not exactly a gaming system for me. This is more of a portable laptop situation for myself, so that I can actually get some art done and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like it's better than I thought it would be. The theme is that they're all in my setting I made up, so if you have a moment in a while to take a peek, I would appreciate thoughts. One of my friends has been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and he keeps restarting it instead of finishing. Is that relatable to your Stellar Blade experience? Well, I don't restart on purpose, but like it does remind me of some of the role-playing games and things like that I do like kind of start but never finish and stuff like that. So it's kind of similar. Like I think I've told you guys this before, but while my favorite Final Fantasy ever is Final Fantasy VI, I've never actually beaten the game, and it's due to the fact that I keep losing my data on the game. I keep losing the data for it, so I can't ever actually finish Final Fantasy VI. It's kind of funny, but well, okay, it's kind of funny but annoying. Very annoying, because I would love to finish that game at some point. Um, did you ever play Hong Kong Star Rail? The meme has been popping up on YouTube for me. I actually do have a Hong Kong Star Rail account. I played it a little bit, but I never kept up with it, unfortunately. Star Rail just isn't my thing. Which is surprising because I just mentioned how Final Fantasy VI is my favorite Final Fantasy, right? So you would think, oh, like a bard must love turn-based RPGs, right? But actually, turn-based RPGs have not been my thing for a while now. Even though I will still play them, they're not like the game that I live to play. Like for some people, they are definitely the thing. I think actually what's funny is Mooney is right now playing Expedition 33, and she is having a lot of fun with that game right now. But it's not necessarily the game that I'm not as interested in it as I thought I would be, which, and again, it is a turn-based RPG, but there's just like, I don't know, something happened and my brain trying to get the line right, sorry guys, my brain is like, yes, I love these, but also no, I don't want to play them anymore. It can't really happen to me for 4, 5, and 6 earlier on a lot. I've beaten all 3 now though. Additionally, just recently played through Shining Force 1 on Sega Genesis. Had to restart because I got a bit in and then spaced out. Yeah, I always lose track of where I am when I space out on certain games, and then when I try to get back into playing them, I'm like, okay, what was I doing? I don't remember anymore, and then I kind of lose not just focus but interest because of that. I guess I just don't have the willpower. That's really what it is, right, guys? It's the willpower. Okay, let's see if I can do this right. So I'm trying to draw her with like an expression that's less serious or anything like that. Because they're on an adventure in this image that I'm trying to draw. They every episode is like an adventure that they're having and stuff like that, right? And I'm trying to do something that's thematically similar to an episode of this show. And right now she is trying to, Pomni here is trying to open a treasure chest. Like I have a treasure chest here and stuff like that, and I'm imagining like, all the other characters are around her as she tries to figure out this map, but then it turns out that there's a key for it and stuff like that, but she doesn't quite trust it. It's kind of all over the place with what I'm trying to do right now. So we'll see how it goes. If the game went last time on Fierce's Bard 2, you'd know, if the game did do that, right? But the only JRPG I know that does something sort of like that is Fire Red or Leaf Green. I think because it recaps her last few actions. Really? I didn't know it does that. If she was eating dinner, you'd have to ask, is she a pomnivore? Wow. But Wow, chat. But yeah, the show is a lot of fun. And like the mystery behind everything that's going on. I think it's coming like the show is ending soon, right? Like I think there might only be 2 episodes left that they have to make, and after that, I think that's it, right? Like though I think there are definitely people who wish that it would just keep going and there's more. here, I do kind of accept the fact that if there's an end, then then it should end. Like, it shouldn't just keep going just to keep going, right? Like, that would be kind of ridiculous. I feel like, Let's see if I can do this right. Because, yeah, like, the characters in this show have like a very specific look and style to them that, because they are made as 3D models, but I find that trying to translate them into 2D like this is kind of interesting. So I'm trying to make it so that, they have a look that's close to what they look like in 3D, but then obviously like very stylized. Because like we're not confined to the models themselves from the game, right? If there's an ending, you can use it as a cutoff if they made a bad season 2. you know. Which I do hope that it's not like, the case, right? Like I hope that the show ends off in a satisfying way. And like, because I'm not the type of person that hopes that things go on indefinitely. I feel like when a show has a good like if a show has like a good thing going and then they end it and the ending is pretty good, right? I'm content with that. I don't need it to keep going forever and stuff like that, because like sometimes I feel like things can go on for a little bit too long. And then you get into trouble when it goes on too long like that. So I feel like if they are starting to reach towards the end and they have like an end game in mind for that, right? Then like I would be happy if they just stuck to the plan and then they just let it go, for however long they planned it, because then if they try to artificially extend it, it might not be the best idea. We've seen certain shows that have like that are artificially extended, and then it's like they don't know what they're actually doing, right? So this is not one of those shows that I hope for where something wrong like that would happen, right? But yeah, it's like, and then especially that last episode. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but man, that last episode was a trip. Like, especially since it was hinting at a lot of things that were, that people were thinking about when it came to their situation and stuff like that. In the digital circus and stuff like that, and it throws into question of how much you can trust certain characters, we shall say. By the way, how's the sound and everything like that? I think I'm talking lower than normal and stuff like that. I think it's because I've just been away from the streaming game for a while now, so like I'm trying to get very soundular. Is it very soundular? Is that what it is? Then by contrast, there's some shows that you wish will get even just one more season, right? Yeah. Sometimes there are certain shows that you wish would just kind of continue, right? But it's like, what shows are there? Like there's some shows out there, right? Like that I do feel like, okay, maybe they didn't have enough time, right? And they really should have thought of this before. Like I get it. Game of Thrones is not a great example here because of how long that show originally went for, but darn it, that last season, if they had just not rushed it, maybe quite possibly they could have done something a little better than that last season. I'm just saying. I know that's opening old wounds for a lot of people, but Sometimes. I was watching Combat Walker, the Bungle. Oh, recently? Enjoy Tomino's old mecha shows. You do? I didn't know that was available to watch. and stuff. You know what I always liked about that show? I've never seen it before myself. But the freaking theme song, surprisingly very catchy, even if it's not quite the style of music that I personally enjoy. But those old Super Robot theme songs are always like really catchy in some way, shape, or form. I'm only very familiar with Zabongo because of Super Robot Wars. I don't actually have that much knowledge of what like the show itself, and like what who the characters really are and stuff like that, and all that stuff. There's actually two combat walkers of Bongos, and like Aura Battler Dunbine, it gets like outdone later by something else. Yeah, because isn't it like there's a blue one and a green one or something like that? Or that was back in the day when getting an upgraded unit was like a big deal in those shows, right? The green one is Galar. Yeah, yeah. It's like how Dunbine had Billbine eventually. The bungle is like Optimus Prime fused with the Gundam operated via steering wheel. That's so weird. The fact that it's steering wheel operated is so strange to me. But again, I guess that's part of the charm of those old shows, right? It's all the weird things that happen. Okay, let's see. Oops, that is the eraser, not the. The it has a truck interface because it starts out as a truck, but yes, it's not even one of a kind. Neither is the Galar. It seems like there's two of both. The Iron Gear is one of a kind, but it's also a giant land battleship. So where are you gonna get another one, right? Well, I can't say one of a kind. I mean, they only have one. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, where are you gonna get the resources to have like, two of that big, bot, right? Like, the fact that they even have one is already kind of a miracle. But yeah, this is, you know what? Like, so far, this artwork has been kind of neat for me, only because, like I know I just started this, right? But it's been kind of neat because it's like, this is just me trying to get back into the swing of things with drawing and stuff like that, right? Like, it has been a minute since I've drawn anything. So like just to do something simple just to get myself warmed up for other projects and stuff like that, it's been a minute since I've done something like that. I just enjoy from that type of level of like, hey, this is fun, don't think too hard, right? Jax fan, wait, Jax fan, what's up? I'm gonna call you Jax fan, okay? The Amazing Digital Circuit. Like, it's hard for me to say the whole name all the time. Yeah, I'm trying to draw Pomni right now. But eventually I'm gonna have a couple of more of them in here. Like, Jax is up here. I think you can kind of make out Kinger in the upper right, and then like some version of Ragatha is gonna be over here too, and stuff like that. I'm trying to. My sketch is really messy, but yeah, welcome in. How you doing? And yeah, I'm just trying to do this artwork because I feel like I need something to just kind of shake the rust, because I took a long break from arting this holiday because of family stuff, and I got a little bit sick and stuff like that over the course of the holidays. So I'm just trying to warm up, because I feel like I have a lot of art projects that I need to do pretty soon, and I need to finish them, and I just need something to get me going first. Some version of Ragatha, maybe the shiny foil version if we're lucky. Well, I say some version of Ragatha only because it's like, like there's the stoned to out of her mind fast food worker Ragatha. Then there's the baseball playing Ragatha. It's like, I know my sketches are like really messed up, so it's hard for me to describe sometimes. You can call me Jax if you want. I'm doing all right, by the way. Nice. Hopefully you're having a really good holiday season and a start to the new year, right? Like, oh yeah, and I am trying my dual stream again now, because just kind of makes sense to branch out more. I know I tried to do it a little bit earlier a couple of months ago and stuff like that, but I was using a different plugin. Now I'm using an easier to use plugin for the dual streaming, so I'm hoping that it works out a lot better than the one that I was using before. But let's see something real quick. I just need to hold on, guys. There, and then I'll color in the umbrella effect over her eyes separately and stuff like that. So at least I know where I'm going with this. But yeah, like I've been kind of like watching this show as episodes came out for it for a while now, and like again, like that last episode kind of blew my mind, so I'm just kind of like, man, I need to draw something based on this. Like it's not the usual theme of stuff that I usually draw. Like lately I've been doing a lot of VTubers, and I usually do fan art of like gaming characters and things like that, or anime that I like and stuff like that. But so like this is not the usual thing that I do, but I'd like to give it a shot. It seems fun. But yeah, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. This is the first day I've been streaming in like 3 weeks and stuff like that. So, like just trying to figure things out again. And hopefully I once I get like into the swing of things again, like hopefully I'll be able to finish some more art projects, because I don't know if all the details are finalized, but this year I think I am gonna be able to do some art tabling for at a upcoming convention of some sort. I'm gonna kind of announce it more when details are more finalized for it and stuff like that, right? But I'm gonna have that opportunity pretty soon in the next couple of months and stuff like that. So I gotta prepare some stuff for that tabling at the convention and stuff like that. Like, like I feel like I need to have more product basically on hand for that and stuff like that. So I've got to finish a couple of things, and then we're also waiting on a supply of bags. I'll just say that I'm waiting on a supply of bags because I think I can mention this, the fact that we created some tote bags and stuff like that, right? That will be available in person at said convention and stuff like that, right? So you know, I'm hoping those came out good. I'm hoping that they do. This is the first time I'm venturing into you know, doing physical products, like and Mooney helped me set up that whole thing, so I'm hoping that they come out really awesome. And she basically made the designs for the bags. She did such a great job, and you know, like, I'm hoping that they came out good. And yeah, you know, convention, yeah, like I need to hold up on saying which one and where right now, because I need to finalize all the details about what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, I will eventually have a table at a convention where I will be selling prints and stickers and things like that. So you know, like, I'll announce that on the Discord or on Blue Sky and stuff like that when the details for that are finalized and stuff. Question: is your VTuber a capybara? Yes. my VTuber is in fact a capybara. This particular model was actually made for me by Mooney. And she did an amazing job rigging it for me, because I needed to I have a more different model. It's this one. Let's see if it pops up. There she goes. Yeah. So this is the model that I designed myself with Biscotti, who is the mascot for my streams, right? And I sit on her head. So this was the original model that I was using, but sometimes we have to give Biscotti a break. So I will when I need to give Biscotti a break, I hop off of her head, and then I I just show up here like this. But yeah, a good observation skills, by the way. A lot of people don't pick up on the fact that I am a capybara. A lot of people think I'm a hamster. Watch out, gang. Sounds like Bard's getting physical. Oh, you think? You think? But yeah, you know, like, we're trying to figure out more stuff, you know, like, more stuff that we can design and create and, you know, like, offer at when we go to conventions and things like that. Because, you know, like, it would be really cool to have like an art business of some sort, right? Aside from my day job. As some of you may know, I have a day job that I always do and stuff like that keeps me from arting all the time. But it would be really cool to art and not always be dependent on my regular day job, you know? So, you know, like, as a side gig, it'd be kind of cool to have something on the side, right? The funny thing is, looking over rodents, their body type and those of rabbits, who are technically not rodents, are all very similar. Beavers, squirrels, as chipmunks, hamsters, etc. Well, you know, we're all very similar, but, you know, like, I have to say that we're actually different, okay? You know, I'm not just the same as every hamster out there, all right? Let's see if I can get the hat going. Okay. The most differentest looking rodent is porcupines, because of their nose and their silhouette being interrupted by quills. At least that's my personal opinion. what about stuff like prairie dogs or groundhogs, right? Like, what do you guys think about them? I know like prairie dogs are the ones that stand on their own two legs when they go to warn each other of danger, right? Well, hopefully you guys don't hear too much that's going on in the background. It seems like there's like a fire truck going by or something like that. And sometimes you might even hear Mooney in the background. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Ah. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta turn your canvas. So I'm working off of actually a Huion Canvas 13 here right now. I don't have my, as some of you may know, I left a lot of my equipment in Capital when I made my move. So I don't have everything that I normally draw with here with me, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, one day I will reclaim it. Until that happens, though, we'll make do with what we got, because the arting isn't in the equipment, the fancy equipment. It's in the inherent skill that you accumulate, right? Like over time, you can make art with anything. So it's okay. It's okay to not have fancy equipment. Groundhogs are mini beavers looks like, and prairie dogs have a bit of a like tall standing squirrels to them. you know the difference between all the rodents. But yeah, see, okay, you know what, admittedly speaking, this design is by Mooney, so I guess if it was my design, nobody would know that it was a capybara, but Mooney actually designs things to look the way that they're supposed to look. So that's the unfortunate part, I guess, for on my end. But yeah, I bought the what were they called? Like the pendant keychains from the Amazing Digital Circus store that are on pre-order. I think they're supposed to come out like in about a month or so. Wait, when are they coming out? I forgot when. Like I think they're coming out like sometime mid-January or something like that, or maybe even in February and stuff like that. I do kind of wish that they would come out sooner, but again, I do understand the realities of product. Trying to figure out when products are going to be released or produced and stuff like that. So it'll be kind of cool when I finally get them, because as you guys know, me and Mooney actually have bought our fair share of Labubus. So this is just like one more thing that's going to be related to the Labubus that we have, which is kind of nice though. Like I feel like I like it because of the fact that, oh, and I'm trying to cheat these circles, but I realize that like it's so hard to do this. Okay, because you gotta like place it, and then you can't really move it. So let's see. Let's put it there, and then let's copy it. Let's copy it, paste it, and then we'll move it over. I should have probably done this with her eyes and stuff like that, but I was being very stubborn, and I really wanted to be able to draw them, because they're not perfect circles. Like her eyes needed some kind of weirdness to them, but the little pom-pom things on her hat, they can be perfect circles. So there we go. Okay. Mostly gesturing at the rodent's general body shape, their size, shape, and extra features are fun and divergent, but my point is more that the common body shape is kind of neat and to notice, you know? Rodents are more interesting than you would think, you know? Um, but yeah, let me just move some stuff over so I could see my references.
Emotional damage.
Emotional. What? Who is that? Who the heck is that? Oh, we're getting raided. We're getting raided by somebody I don't know. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? For those of you who are here for the first time ever, my name is Fiercest Bard. I am a VR artist here on Twitch and now on the YubTubs. I am a capybara who jaws. And I'm drawing a clown today, and she's having a horrible time. And I don't know any of you guys, and this is clearly the first time you guys have all ever been here. I thought you said you were going to stop that. No, what? This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Happy Bard draw. No. Hello, Mooney. How was Expedition 33? Was your expedition good? Did you expedite? Did you expedite the 30 for the 33rd time? No casualties today. Oh, minimal casualties. Nice. That's always good to find out. Minimal casualties, right, guys? So the other day I was watching the original Transformers the movie, not the Michael Bay one, the one from '86, and Mooney happened to catch certain scenes, and yeah, we have this joke now about minimal casualties. Because she misheard one of the lines that Ultra Magnus was saying in the movie. I know the one. Yeah. It's like it's such an appropriate line for Mr. Magnus, considering what happens in that movie. But yeah, like speaking of Transformers the movie, they put up pre-orders today for the anniversary exclusive freaking hot rod that's actually painted a magenta color this time. It comes with a bunch of accessories that has, like, you know, that you saw from the movie, like the fishing rod or the lightsaber thing that he was using to fight the robot in that scene. So it was kind of cool. It sold out almost instantly when Hasbro Pulse put it up. It was kind of that fast. That's just how much people the lure of the color magenta as well as fishing, you know, that's just how much everybody wanted it. Oh, you're showing your pals Beast Wars and 2 characters are dying either now or next episode. Beast Wars was interesting. I will say that Beast Wars was definitely interesting. It wasn't exactly my favorite of the shows, but I do admit that its writing was pretty good. For at least the type of show that it was, I should say. And I did have a Transmetal 2 Dinobot growing up, so you know. It was animated in Mapleland. I watched it. Yeah. It was animated in Mapleland. A lot of the 3D animated shows from back then were done in Mapleland, which is surprising for some people to find out. But you know, like the animation industry was still mostly two-dimensional and offloading to Asian countries in those days. So you know, like some of the ones that took a risk of doing it in 3D when the industry was still super young and very unpolished, you know, like they came from some very surprising places. It's a favorite of mine, and as a Maplelander, I am amused. It actually shares some Voice Crew Reboot, which is also Mapleland. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Shadow Raiders also some similar crew to Reboot, and it's been too long for me to give details on that one. Oh, I see. But yeah, Mooney, if you need to go and rest or do some other stuff or recharge by nuzzling the fuzzle of our boy, you should go ahead and do that, you know? I'm just gonna be here working on this artwork of Pomni and hoping I at least get the line art for her done today. Because I don't think okay. I'm probably jinxing myself by saying this, but I think I could probably finish the line art for her at the very least today. I always say stuff like that. Oh, I think I could finish this today, and then end up not realizing how much actual work there is to do each one. Reboot, Beast Wars, and Shadow Raiders were all the same studio. Oh, nice. So how did you get into this innocent show? Actually, I was just telling Chad about it. Mooney, you're the one that actually showed me the show originally, and I remember being kind of like on the fence about it because I thought it was interesting, but I didn't think that it was that good. When I first saw the first episode, I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool, and it's by an independent creator, but you know, like, it seems all right, like just from going by the first episode. But then I think by the third episode I was really sold on it because of how interesting, because like the first two episodes, it was a lot of setup of the premise and getting everyone like basically caught up on okay, this is what's gonna happen, right? Like they're gonna have an adventure, and some of them are gonna go, others won't, and stuff like that, and just setting up certain characters' personalities and stuff like that, right? So the first two episodes were not that interesting to me, but that third episode, when they started going through the haunted house, that was actually like really good, because it seemed to be implying a lot of things behind the scenes that I would not have thought of, like originally with the story. Like I didn't think they would be going in that direction, but you know, like so it's like I do like it when shows have like a little something behind the exterior, right? Like whenever a show has like some secrets or something like that is like, oh, if you just look a little bit deeper, then you know, you might realize certain things. Like I get very interested. And that's kind of what happened with this show. And then one of your friends asked if the show was child friendly. Oh, that's right. Okay, so one of my friends did ask if the show was child friendly because they have kids, and they were like thinking, oh, maybe I'll show them that so that they can you know, have something to watch, right? And I'm like, okay, every episode comes out like once every few months. It's not even like a few weeks or something like that. It's like once every few months there's like a new episode if we're lucky and stuff like that, right? So it had been a while since I've watched some of the episodes, so I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is probably okay for kids. And then like Mooney kind of reminded me of some of the stuff that was happening in some of the episodes, and I was like, oh yeah, it's not really that kid friendly, is it? More like, maybe we can watch this together. Yeah, maybe. Luckily, I did mention to them that maybe you should watch it first before you decide to show it to them and stuff like that. So you can kind of get a gauge on whether or not this is something that you would show to your kids and stuff like that. So I did have the caveat of mentioning that much at least. This is such child-free uncle brain. you know. I mean, that's really what it was, wasn't it? Watch a show. Wait. I always watch a show with a friend before showing others. A personal habit, that one. Oh, my brain hiccuped. It did it. We did what that whoopsie with Delicious in Dungeon. To be honest, that one's good. I read it all the way through. Yeah. With my niece and nephew, we they were very interested in stuff that we liked, and it turns out that we like Delicious in Dungeon a lot. Me and Mooney, right? And then they kind of wanted to watch it, and we were like, yeah, sure. There's nothing horrible about this one. Go ahead. Here's the first episode. And turn on the first episode. Oh, damn. I didn't remember that the first episode starts with a dragon killing everybody. Oops. They wanted to watch anime while visiting, but they couldn't agree on a series. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what it was, right? And then we were just like, you know what? Just watch this one. Don't worry. Uncle and Auntie know best for you guys. Occasionally a death happens. Don't worry. Because our nephew is at the age where he says what his sister wants to watch is lame. Everyone's first character killed off scene is special, I'm sure. You know? She wanted to watch the Apothecary Diaries. Yeah, she was already watching that, I believe. She has some family members that she was watching it with, I believe. I think that's what it was. But obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, right? But being a younger brother, sometimes you don't really care for the things that your older sibling are watching, and you might think that it's also kind of lame because they like it, so it must be icky, right? It's one of those situations and stuff like that. So oh yeah, strangely enough, so Pomni actually has so you would think that she's not drawn in proportion or anything like that, right? But Pomni has a beanbag body. Actually, she has this sort of shape going on with her body, so I'm trying to match that a little bit with her back bone and stuff like that. She's actually got wider shoulders than her lower body, with the way that she's designed and stuff like that. So I'm trying to stick with it. It doesn't look like her shoulders are wider from here, but it's because she has these two big what are they called? The big balls that are that make up her shoulders and stuff like that. So it makes her upper body. She is a very top heavy character, basically, as opposed to her lower body, which is much thinner and stringier, because her legs are basically noodles. So we give her the bean. And then from the bean, we'll give her her legs and stuff. Yeah, I might only be able to do the line art for Promny today, but you know, I'll try to get some more of this done. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and then on Thursday and stuff like that. But yeah, like you know, gonna try to stick with arting as much as I can, but with a side of gaming from time to time. You know, I've actually been really into Monster Hunter as of late. I've gotten back into it and stuff like that, and also Marvel Rivals too. Those were like the two big things that both me and Mooney were playing, right? Like for a while. So I've actually gotten back into both things as of late because I had to really catch up on some stuff with Marvel Rivals because you know, there were certain costumes and events happening with the New Year stuff that was going on in the game. Twins raised in the same house aren't often the same in taste, so what chance do non-twins have, eh? Right? I mean, you can send the line art to your personal colors. I can, you know? I can. Yeah, we've been trying to delegate tasks in oh, whoops. In some ways so that we could finish projects faster. And you know, like, because you know, it just makes sense sometimes, right? Like when because the last few times me and Mooney collaborated on an artwork and stuff like that, it came out really good, and in a good amount of time too. Like so, you know, like I'm still trying to get used to the workflow between the both of us, but you know, it works out, you know. I'm very fortunate to have Mooney in my life. I will always say that, and I will continue to say that, you know, like for more in more ways than one, you know. And it's not just the artwork stuff, but you know, the overall appreciation, whoops, for everything Mooney does for me. No, why does it do that? Okay. Pumpkin, what's up? How you doing? Now we need to hope that I don't get Thanos snapped. No, nobody. Like, jeez, getting dusted Thanos snapping like that's you. That happened in the game you're playing right now too. It's like everybody's getting Thanos snapped everywhere. Why? How did Thanos choose who gets snapped? So it was completely random, according to Thanos. You know, like there was no choice made. It was just if you were lucky or not, and if you were not lucky, then oh well, that was it and stuff. At least that's what he has everybody believing. And the thing is, there's nothing to indicate that he was lying about it either, because he's just that insane. You know, they don't call him the Mad Titan for nothing, right? Like he just wanted it to be completely unemotional and at random, so that that somehow makes it more morally justifiable in his eyes and stuff like that. Gambling, yeah. I mean, he was horny for death in the comics. He was, yeah. Iron Mask plus Thanos shaking hands about how they both wanted to kill people without emotion attached to it. I know, right? Jeez. Like that somehow justifies it. That's the part that gets to me about it. It's like somehow that justifies it. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. So the way that her legs start over here is like she's got like this thing going on here, like that. This is so weird. and then her leg kind of comes out of that. For the sake of the environment, I'm gonna kill 9 out of 10 of humanity, Iron Mask, who lives in a space colony. I know, right? Jeez. Like all things. You know what's funny, that now that you mentioned Iron Mask and not Iron Mouse, by the way, Iron Mask. I noticed I said that a little bit weird. I almost said Iron Mouse. No. Now that you mentioned Iron Mask, that was actually one of the first Gundam things I had ever seen as a kid and stuff like that. Gundam F91. I did think I saw maybe Char's counterattack before that, but I had no context for anything that was going on in that show at all and stuff like that. Like, I had not seen the original series, nor did I see any of its sequels at the time and stuff like that, right? So I just watched these Gundam movies and I'm like, wow, a lot of people die in these cartoons, don't they? I had like no context for anything that was happening in any of the stuff that I was watching. Now you're picturing Iron Mouse in the Gundam. F91's a fun movie. I take any chance I can go back to it. I do wish that it got the time, because I do recall reading something like it was initially supposed to be like a TV series and not necessarily a movie, and they didn't get to, or I shouldn't say a TV series, an OVA series, I should say, right? Like, it was meant to be a lot longer than what it ended up being, and you could tell, like, towards the end of that movie, the budget was showing. Like you know, like everything that got cut down for it was starting to show up pretty badly towards the end of that movie, unfortunately. And it's like, I do sometimes wish that's a case of something that should have gone for much longer. Like we were talking about earlier, right? Okay, and then she's got another circular item here. I gotta fix the shape of this side of the leg, because it's actually much more round than I drew it, like so. Yeah, I do have trouble doing fully circular shapes and stuff like that, right? But a lot of people do when they draw stuff, and I would say that it takes a lot of practice. But the problem, so for sometimes, like for me, is that like when I try to draw circular shapes on, especially with smaller art tablets like this one, right, is sometimes on the edges of the tablet, it doesn't track your motion as well as directly in the middle of the screen, right? So you can kind of see me having some issues with creating perfectly circular shapes, or close to circular shapes, I should say. I shouldn't say perfectly circular, because that's really hard to do, but like just getting a circular shape in general is kind of hard for me on this particular tablet, because again, it's a smaller one. So the only thing that I would say, like having a large screen tablet, like the advantage of it is that the area in the middle of most larger screen tablets is much more effective at following and tracking your motion than on a small one. That's one big benefit of it. But again, you know, there's a lot of ways around it, so it's not like a totally unrecoverable thing, like if you don't have one, right? So see, like right now I'm just using the mesh tool, the mesh transform tool, to just kind of like make this more rounded. And I can do this pretty confidently because I'm also using vector lines. It's the reason why I use vector line layers a lot when I do line art and stuff like that, so I can make edits like that without losing resolution. So, you know, like, and this is specific to Clip Studio, not to Photoshop. I haven't used Photoshop in a gazillion years, so, you know, like any kind of tips for Photoshop are unfortunately lost for me. Okay. I think they took some of the ideas from that for Gundam Victory, to be fair, but Tomino regrets how cynically he wrote Victory. Okay, Victory Gundam was like, man, that show was just unhinged as all hell. The episode with the dude that blows himself up with a grenade because he saw who was piloting the Victory Gundam, that was just like, wow, damn, okay, man, like. Victory's villains are some of the most insane villains I've ever seen in that. Yeah. Some of the stuff that happens in that series was just, man. Mobile Suit Gundam was a trip. That's all I'm gonna say. I still like it. I still like it. I mean, I haven't watched the latest Gundam series yet. Admittedly, I haven't watched what was it called, G Q something or other. I haven't seen it yet, but you know, it's on my list. It's on my list. The guy presenting his motorbike ship plan in a powdered wig always stayed with me. Not to mention that Plan B was the psychic baby brain, right? Yeah. Look. It's not crazy. You guys just don't understand it yet, okay? It would have worked. Okay, so how did I have it? I had her holding the map over here. So let me just very quickly draw out a map of some sort. Oh shoot, oops. At least Iron Mask and Char both thought they were doing something awful for humankind's betterment. The Zanskar Empire just wanted to kill everyone and plant their flag. Yeah, you know. Look, sometimes your megalomaniacal evil plans are worth exploring, okay? They had lots of stated reasons for PR, like the motherly love of the guillotine and the queen they don't let rule. Okay, so there's her map, right? I believe I had one hand originally I had both hands holding the map, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I don't really need her to hold it with both hands, right? Like, just, you know. something like this for this side, and then because this side is kind of mostly covered over here, so you're not gonna see too much of the arm on that side. Well, let me make it more rounded. And then I guess her elbow bends somewhere over here, because she's got quite short arms. And then meanwhile, Bandai was like, the mistake was letting the roommates get married. The real mistake was the friends we made along the way. Yeah, I don't know what the heck was up with that. I really liked Witch from Mercury, by the way. That's I will say this, like regardless of how others felt about it, I felt like Witch from Mercury was very good. I did not mind that the roommates get married, or whatever, you know, like it's okay. It's okay. Let's see. And then like yeah, okay. Imagine if their only issue was they didn't want their characters getting married. No marry, only hand-holding for everyone, you know? They kept Amuro alone in his 30s to be more relatable to the kids, but meanwhile, Macross canonically, Max has 7 kids and an alien girlfriend. Kira and Lacus aren't married. It is kind of strange, right? Like, I would say that they for whatever reason are very against their characters evolving in a lot of ways. The funny part that you mentioned, by the way, with Amuro Ray, is that I believe one of the novels actually has him as a married man to Belter Chica, right? Like from Zeta Gundam and stuff like that. So like there was an idea that where it was like, oh, he should be like, because he would have moved on with his life already, you know, like at some point, you know. No happy, only tragedy. That's what prod. That's what I'm prodding at. Oh yeah. I would have liked to have seen that in the series, to be honest. Instead of Amuro and Shard both being these bitter old dudes that just can't let go of what happened, like, you know, 30 years prior or whatever it was, right? Like, and it's even weirder when with the context, because back then I didn't have the like I said, I didn't really watch that movie with the context of what happens in the TV series. But then I eventually did see both the original and Zeta Gundam, and I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened? It seemed like they were on their way to not being friends, but at least like reconciling what had previously happened with them. So they weren't friends, but they weren't exactly like, you know, blood feud enemies at that point, right? No, you don't cue the teddy bear star. No. I know. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, I think. Okay, so over here, I might not draw in her legs over here because they're not gonna show up. But it's just about getting this other arm in and whatever the, because again, originally I had this other arm holding onto the map like this as well. And then maybe we'll have her thumb out here or something like that, right? So that was originally the idea, but now I don't know if that other arm should be there. I always get like, you know what? Let's not think about it so much. Let's just have it there. Great. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, just leave it to your colorist. They'll like fix it.
Yeah.
Not PP. Copy.
By the way, everybody, I know it's a little bit late, but you guys should all say happy birthday to Coffee. It was Coffee's birthday yesterday. Hmm? Oh. Yeah. Coffee.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh yeah, I like pizza pockets now. I never had them when I was a kid. I didn't even know about them. Like we didn't have them in Freedom Land, or at least not where I'm from in Freedom Land, circa Cappy Town. But yeah, they basically, all they are is basically like these frozen pizza type snacks that are like what? It's like a crispy No, I like them crispy. I've only ever had them crispy. I don't want to put them in the microwave. That's weird. Stop being weird. No, I'm the one being weird. Because apparently, liking crispy pizza pockets is a weird thing. I didn't know that. And I completely missed where... No, that works. That still works. Actually, because her shoulder should be bigger to... Because, again, she's got the shoulders of a football player. She's got... So this actually works because on this side, I'm just gonna make it bigger. Yeah, there we go. And if you're wondering how I can erase the lines like that, it's also because I have vector lines on and stuff like that, right? So they're in the eraser tool in Clip Studio, you have the option of turning on vector erase, right? So it'll I have the settings set up so that it erases up until an intersecting cross line and stuff like that. So, you know, like if you're wondering how I'm able to erase things so easily and quickly, that's the reason. And I just noticed it should be bigger. Bigger shoulders. Okay, and then we just gotta separate the colors here. So, black. Oops. Oh, this part is gonna require a quick. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So let's put her palm right there. Her palm knee. Okay, that wasn't funny at all. He's got very cartoonishly big fingers, so. The problem with her fingers, though, is that she only has 3 of them up here, so it looks really weird no matter how you draw it. I guess it's when animated, 3 fingers looks better, but Okay. Yeah, sorry, this part is like I'm gonna be a little bit quiet about because it's like I'm thinking really hard about how this is actually gonna be drawn. So I'm like, how should I approach this right now? Yeah, she's got some really generic cartoon character hands here, but it doesn't make it any easier to draw because it's like you've got to also foreshorten it a little bit too. Oh boy. Okay. The drivers seem to be having. Oh, all right. There we go. All right. Yeah. Sometimes when you use some of the non name brand. Well, I mean, Huion is a name brand at this point, but you know, like sometimes their drivers have some issues. So you'll see that stuff happen sometimes when it starts to make lines that are just kind of like, what the heck is that? Okay. That's right. Take the key, Pomni. Take the key. And then her legs come out this way. Let's see something actually. How does her character art look? Because I know there's like an extra ring of yellow or something like that before her legs come out. Yeah. Okay. I'm almost done with at least one out of 5 characters. But that's not bad. That's not bad. Given how long it usually takes me to even line art one character, this is not bad. This is not bad. We'll just leave it like that for now, because we're not going to be able to fit her shoes in there. Anyway. So we'll just give her Astro Boy looking legs. for the time being, and then we'll, because most likely there's going to be stuff blocking them out anyway for the rest of the image here. But at least she's kind of standing with some sort of balance there, with one leg that way, stuff like that. Actually, I think maybe her, well, we could fix that later. Okay, yeah. That's a good start. That's a good start. All right, let's just check some stuff real quick here. Okay, not bad. Not bad start. Okay, cool, cool. So we at least got one of 5 characters lined here. I'll probably end up seeing if I could get some more. Well, we're gonna be back tomorrow anyway, so we'll see. Probably we'll work on Jax up here, and Jax should not be that hard to do. He's actually quite a bit simpler than Pomni, as Coffee can attest to with his barking. Coffee's like, yeah, you're right. Should be easier. But I think that's it for us today. I know it's quite a bit of a short stream, but you know, it's like the first one back for me in a while. I gotta get back into things. But you know what? This is a good start. After I finish this fan art of Amazing Digital Circus, I'm gonna be working on a couple of more projects, and I do have like 1 or 2 that I have to finish from before, but they're very close. So, but I'm probably gonna not finish those on stream. I'm probably gonna do those off stream. So yeah, we shall see. But yeah. Here, let me actually. Let me add this one line before I go, because I realize I completely forgot to do this. And then her head is like weirdly shaped without this, right? Coffee? Right, Coffee? Coffee doesn't like weirdly shaped heads. Yep, that's right. Okay, cool. All right, let's see who's actually on. Who's actually on here? Let's see. Because even though we're done here, doesn't mean that others aren't done. So let's see who's on right now. Okay, see some peeps. Do you guys want to see some some more art. Do you guys want to see some gaming? Let's see. Who's on and what is everybody doing? See. Well, you know what? We're gonna head over. We're gonna head over to another rodent of extraordinary size. So here we go. We're gonna pay a visit to a different type of large rodent. But yeah, I'll be back at the same time tomorrow, roughly 6-ish p.m. Eastern time in Freedom Land. So yeah, I'll be back. I continue to work on this. Hopefully, because once Jax is done with his line art, I think the others will be much quicker, because Ragatha is like almost off the page over here. Kinger is really just his head, and so is Zubul and Gangle, and they're just heads. They're basically just heads in this image. And then I will try to fit in the Gummy Goo here, but I don't know if that's possible. But we'll see. Everybody likes the gummy. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And here we're gonna make our way over to the Ghost of Sushis. But yeah, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, laters.